think, guys, didn't we was it 3 weeks ago when I had your case as a state case? Didn't the federal judge explain the process for setting it aside, didn't she? Pretty much kind of gave you direction, gave us all direction.
Right, right, right.
And again, for those who are popping in now, which is not a problem. What's up, Hector?
Mhm.
I have an appointment tomorrow, which is why I did this kind of this on Friday. And by
Right.
the way, other people said they wanted it on Friday. Uh, so what I would tell everybody is just a lot of this stuff, what I've learned in my travels, it's not complicated, it's not conspiracy theory, it's just direct. Hell, when you're on the 1 yard line, how about run Marshawn?
Right.
And let's just go look to it for what it is. Daryl Walters, I can't get that from you. What did y'all say the link number was? Oh,
It's in the chat.
so Daryl Walters, if you can hear me, they said go to the chat. So I guess it's how the last couple guys got in. They press the button and that link comes in. I'm not the most technically sophisticated guy around here. So if you hit that link though, if you can see this D Walters, go to the last little part, it's right there. Um
Real quick, brother. I didn't really get that question off. I went tangent somewhere else. But and I know you can't give legal advice, but I did want to express this to you. I have a situation where I was falsely put on child support. A young lady ran from the court hearings to get a DNA for years. Well, she ended up getting into some trouble, and because I was named this child's father by default, mind you, I'm paying child support, and no paternity had been established,
state,
and so
what state?
and yeah, so she got into some
No,
trouble,
what
and
state? What state?
I'm sorry, Texas.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but she got into some trouble, and the state reached out to me finally after about 9 years, telling me that because the state was going to take custody of this child, and I was named as the father, to come in and do a DNA test. Well, I came in to do the DNA test, and the judge proved that, the DNA come back that the child wasn't mine,
Oh,
and so the judge had an emergency hearing that same day. They gave me a court-appointed attorney. We went in there. They stopped the judgment order. And so I'm thinking everything is fine. Years later, I find out that they've still been taking child support for this kid. And it's been over 10 years since the order had been stopped. And when I reached out to the courts, they said it's because my attorney didn't argue to get the arrears removed. And
okay. I
I'm
mean,
like, it's not my child. We've proved it. Why am I responsible for this?
you're not responsible for the child. You're responsible for the arrears because the arrears was not set aside. Is that? I think that's what I just heard, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe if it were, well, not maybe if it was me, I moved to set aside the arrears. That makes sense.
You said you moved to set aside the
If
arrears.
it were me, I would move to set aside the arrears.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, run the ball.
Makes sense. Okay. Got that written down.
Um,
Eligibility won't notice your portal until after your commitment.
I think I missed something. Somebody speaking, is they're talking to me or that's a background?
That was my background. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. So and hopefully that helped get you a little bit of direction. We had a couple guys I was hoping to see on today who had some pretty interesting outcomes lately, which is it's always a good thing. And I like for guys to share their experiences with people versus me just sharing mine. And again, it's not because I'm smarter than anybody else. And I learned from somebody who, a lot of my stuff came because I watched people in a courtroom. And one person I watched in the courtroom was um a guy in a criminal case, and he was incarcerated at the time, but I watched him win a suppression hearing. And I know everybody remembers when Will came on and Will talked about last week about, hey, anybody who's ever done something should be able to show you what they did and they won't necessarily tell you how they did it. And I tell people all the time, if you buy a service from anybody, they should be able to at least show you what they've done, which is, and Will was instrumental in why I show people the Dropbox, is because I can show you what their outcome was and you still don't know how it was done. I don't lose, but I also don't win watching people getting taken advantage of because people want to hustle. If money becomes more important to me than the people, then it's time for me to leave the place. Okay. Is there work involved? Yes. Are attorneys beneficial? I believe so. But at the same time, what's the old saying? Ain't nobody gonna hustle your hustle like you did.